My name is Casey Frederick, and I'm a child and family art therapist at Growing Minds Center for Child and Family Therapy. Welcome back to Creating with Casey. If you've never been here before, it's so great to have you, and I hope you enjoy our creative activity today. If you've been joining us every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. for story time, you know that we've been celebrating all of the ways to be a family, and this week we're celebrating families who came together through adoption. So today's activity will be surrounding adoption and what makes us different from our family members and what makes us special. So let's get started with the materials you'll need to create today's activity. For today's creative activity, you really only need the basics. You're going to want to grab some paper, and I have a few different shades of paper here because maybe our family members don't have the same skin color or skin tone as us, and that's what makes us special because we look a little bit different from our family members. Then you're going to want some markers or colored pencils or crayons so that you can decorate. And finally, you're going to need your hands if you choose to rip your paper, or scissors to cut the paper. You get to choose which one you'd like to do. And that's it. So let's move on to the next part where we get to make the artwork together. So let's get started with our creative activity for today. I have my first piece of paper here, and I'm thinking about the first family member. So I'm cutting off a piece to represent that first family member. Then I'm going to take a different piece of paper that looks a little different, and I'm going to cut a really different shape. So different from the other one. Now, let's take another piece. This one's even different from the other two. And this one I think I might rip into a shape so that it's a little rougher on the edges. And with ripping, you can also really make different shapes that all look different from each other. So, once you have created enough pieces for each of the family members or friends that you're hoping to include today, we'll move on to the next part. For the next portion of our creative activity, we're going to think about each of our family members and write down and draw images of things that make them unique, things they love, things they enjoy, things that might make them different from ourselves or from somebody else in our family. And in order to do that, sometimes we have to talk to our family members and our siblings and ask them about the things that they love and enjoy to do, and even ask maybe what makes them different from us, and find out all of these different things about them. Sometimes we might even have to think about what makes ourselves unique and different from other people, because it might not be super easy to figure out. We might need help from somebody else to say, well, you really like to do this, but I really like to do this instead. So having these conversations can help us create these lists and artworks about what make us unique as family members. And since we're on the topic of asking our family members what make them unique, I think I should introduce you to our family for today. So first, we have Mr. Penguin, who likes to be organized and prefers to have things nice and tidy, like the bed made and the dishes and the laundry put away. And they like to cook and follow very detailed recipes. And they love to travel and explore and they don't really like to eat fish. I wonder what their favorite food is. And they prefer a nice hot cup of hot chocolate instead of having to be outside in the cold. Next, we have Mr. Penguin, another Mr. Penguin. And Mr. Penguin loves to eat fish, so it's a little bit different from his partner, Mr. Penguin. And likes to make artwork and be messy and be outside in the chilly cold making snowmen and snow penguins and sled riding, and also wrestling and playing with each other is really fun, like playing competitive games and sports and other types of games like maybe board games. Or what types of games do you like to play with your family? You can put it in the comments if you'd like. But this one, he really likes to be kind of messy and playful. Our two Mr. Penguins. They adopted a baby into their family, or a young child into their family who is very different from them. But they love him because of that. And that's what made them a family. So let's meet Panda Bear. So Panda Bear loves to eat bamboo, enjoys resting and reading books, and listening to music. Sometimes he likes to climb trees, but he actually prefers to be on the ground, believe it or not. Because most bears like to climb, right? But this one does sometimes, but not all the time. He's also different from other pandas, which makes him very unique. You can see he has one green eye and one brown eye, and that really sets him apart from the rest, and even sets him apart from his family members. So let's start creating our artwork and list of all of the things that make each of these family members unique. Now that we've completed making our artwork, we're going to put our family together. So, I have my 3 family member pieces, and each of them describe different things that they like. So for our first Mr. Penguin, he loves his family, taking care of his new son, and spending time with his new son. He does love to eat fish. He likes to be messy, play sports and games, make snow penguins. He loves strawberries, and really just likes to be out in the cold, so I tried to put some snow there for him. So that's our first Mr. Penguin. Our second Mr. Penguin loves to be organized, loves hot chocolate, loves their family and taking care of their new son and spending time with him, and loves hot chocolate like we talked about before. Loves to travel. Sorry, the light is making it kind of hard to see. Loves to travel. And then I found out what their favorite food was after asking and talking with them. Pizza. They love to cook and bake, but pizza is their favorite food, with pepperoni and cheese. So that's our second Mr. Penguins. And now for Panda Bear. Panda Bear loves to play in the snow, loves books, loves eating bamboo and cooking, loves spending time with their family, listening to music, and even the green eye that's a little bit different from other pandas makes them unique. So we have all 3 of our lists and artwork for each of our family members. So now I'm going to put them together as if to make a family with them. And I'm just going to use some glue or tape, whatever you prefer. So I'm going to take my glue stick here and put some glue down right there. And I'm going to attach it to Mr. Penguin's like this. So now they're together. And then I'm going to take our other Mr. Penguin and glue him as well. So now we have a piece that shows all of the unique things about each of the family members and placing them together, because even if they're different, or even if the panda wasn't born from these 2 penguins here, it still makes a family, and a family is built on love. So these 2 penguins love their panda bear so much, and even love highlighting what makes each of them unique. So Panda Bear has asked them many questions about what they like, what makes them unique, maybe even how Panda Bear came to be in this family. And through all of that, they've grown closer together and really learned so much about each other and how to be part of their family. I hope you enjoyed this creative activity today, and I hope to see you at Storytime every Sunday from 10:30 to 11 a.m. See you next time!